Hi, everybody. It's Mrs. Brown, and I wanted to come on and I wanted to explain some informational sheets that were sent home with your kiddos today. As I have stated before, we finished taking our NWEA reading test last week, and these are the sheets that were generated based on their data. Actually, you're able to see all the data that over the course of the years that they've taken this test on this sheet. So I want to go over the information that is new and how to read it. So this right here that you will see under the bar graphs, that is their reading range. Okay, so this child has a 4.3 to 6.5. That means that this student is able to read 4th grade 3rd month to 6th grade 5th month. There are 9 months in a year, and so that's telling you that 0.3, they're able to read as a 4th grade level, where a 4th grader should be reading in the 3rd month. And so this child is able to read up to 6th grade, about halfway in between, where a 6th grader would be reading halfway between the 6th grade year. Okay, so that's their reading level. Some students have 3 different grade reading level range. So there's 3 different grade levels they're able to read through. Some students might have just 2nd to 3rd grade or 3rd to 4th grade. It just depends on what the NWEA states that they're able to read through. So the NWEA test starts off giving them questions, and if they're able to answer the harder questions that are given to them, then they're given them more harder questions and harder questions. And so the harder the questions they're able to answer, the higher their reading level they're given. Okay, so if they're given a harder question, they bump it back a little bit and they give them a little bit of an easier question. So that's how they kind of determine their independent range. The next number that I want to point your attention to is right here. So this number right here is their RIT score. So as of right now, a 3rd grader should be, among the entire state, a normal RIT score would be 185. So if your child scores above a 185, then that lets you know that your child is exactly where they need to be right now, or even above, depending on where their range or RIT score was. So using this RIT score right here, this number right here, this number tells you right here that this is where the NWEA website thinks that in order to show enough growth that's individualized per student, they need to get this score right here by the end of the school year. Okay, now sometimes this score is reached in the winter time. Okay, so that just means that their percentile will go up a little bit more. Speaking of percentile, this is the percentile range. So all of these other numbers are from previous grade levels. And the top one that I circled right here, that's in bolded, is the number that is their percentile. Now, it has been stated there is a correlation between this number right here, stating that if you earn a 61 percentile by the winter time, then you are very likely to pass the iLearn test in the springtime. Okay. Now, that does not mean that if you in the wintertime score a 30%, 40, or 50% percentile, that you're not going to pass. It doesn't mean that at all. Okay. I have had students pass that do not have at least a 61st percentile range still pass the iLearn test. Okay. So that's just what the data states. So that is the percentile range. This is their RIT score. So this is the score that I also look for when I'm grouping students in our guided reading group. So I did start pulling guided reading groups today. My goal is to get to at least 1 group a week, if not 2 groups a week, or the same group. I have 6 reading groups total. So I get to about 2 to 3 in one day. So if I'm able to keep up with that consistently, then I'm able to get to 1 group twice a week. But I was only able to get to a couple today because of our schedule. So that is just my goal. So this is the sheet that was sent home again with you. If you have any questions about the information that you were looking at, or possibly how to raise their reading levels, or how you can help your child comprehend some reading strategies, then go ahead and message me and we can work together and we can figure it out. So I hope this was informational for you. If you have any more questions, just go ahead and send me a message. All right. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic night. Bye.